And welcome to my channel. My name is Lucille, if you don't know me, and I had taken a break from YouTube because of mental health reasons, and so I thought I'd give a nibble of my own journey because trigger warning to sexual abuse for mentions of depression, suicidal ideation, and self-harm. Take care of yourselves, know your triggers, and yeah. I experienced a sexual trauma before my 7th grade summer, um, and I mostly remember feeling really confused about it. Um, Especially in Native circles, we don't trust a lot of outsiders, so mental health is not really talked about. I was once even told that we should have kept it within the family. And to me, to keep it within the family meant that we never should have called the police. It's being told that I didn't deserve justice. It's letting me know that I'm not worth any more than my abuser. It was this knowledge, I think, that made me think that I couldn't really talk to anybody. Now I know that being out of it, that my family life wasn't ideal. It wasn't a very good environment in general. It had a lot of hostility, I think, and it just lacked communication, which is very important when you go through a trauma, I think. It makes sense to me now why this period of my life felt so dark. This and other things that had happened, events, caused emotional avoidance and repression, social isolation, self-harm, and suicidal ideation. That's all trauma things and could be put under PTSD if you hadn't heard of it. It's post-traumatic stress disorder. And it doesn't just happen to people who have experienced war zone. It happens every day, I think, actually, because the world isn't a very good place. I had begged God several times to help me. I remember on my knees on my bedroom floor trying to talk to God and questioning why I was like that, why I don't go to God for all of my troubles. And I wrote several times in my journal when I was feeling suicidal or feeling like I needed to self-harm. So I thought I'd read a few of that and then what happened the next few days to just show how much God was in my life, even though it didn't really feel like it at the time. I'm still in Guinea. I suppose in a way I'm homesick. I'm tired of everything here. I want to go home where I can cry and cut freely. I'm tired of feeling useless. And you know what? I thought being here for this inspiration would help, but it makes me consider things seriously now. I remember a time when I thought, I'm never going to chew, never going to drink, never going to smoke. I don't drink, chew, smoke, but I do cut. I also thought that I was never going to commit suicide. Now, fuck consequences. At this point, I don't think I care if I end up in heaven or hell. I'm done caring. I'm done living. I'm done breathing. I'm done crying. I'm done hurting. I feel vulnerable. During the CF Kids thing, I really tried helping. I can't. There are people who are built to serve the Lord, and I guess I'm not one of them. I'm done. I'm tired of life. I remember when I felt so full of life. Heck, that was just some time ago. Remember when I wanted to travel and do some good to the world? Well, I don't see the point. The world's full of shit and it doesn't care about me. Listen to everyone else's pleas, but you don't hear mine. Where are you, Lord? Why don't you help me? Don't you care if your children hurt this much? When I beg, you don't show mercy. I'm tired. I want it to end. I'm done. This was the same day I came home, did one of self-harm. I have to persevere through this feeling, if not for me, for everyone I love. I don't know how long I can hold on. I'll try though. And then this was the very next day at 1:40 a.m. I know because I read it. I wrote it down in 2014. It's amazing how God works in his mysterious ways. Just 2 days ago, I was begging everything to stop, to just stop living. I was wondering why I should even serve God. But if he's the reason why I feel so light after all the heartache, is that not reason enough? I think and hope so, because I'm done with the pain. I'm done with trying to do it on my own. It's too hard and I really need help. I pray that this change stays with me and doesn't fade away. God blessed me, I think, with the people around me. They blessed me with people around me, like my best friends and my sister, who helped me decide not to end my life. He gave me enough hope and family and everything to help me keep going. I read fan fiction in high school, jump cut, whatever, to take the sting out of my traumas because I was in another world that took away the pain, and it made my unsafe environment not feel so unsafe. I found community in Tumblr because I was learning healthy coping mechanisms and technical mental health terms and ways to improve my life in general. I found a community on YouTube because I was told that my feelings were valid and that there was more to life than just Bethel, Alaska. The internet, I don't think, is such a bad place. It made me worldly, I believe, and just how beautiful God's creation really is. It made me hope for a future outside of Bethel. And obviously, there is a downside to the internet. I was exposed to ungodly ways of life. I wasn't emotionally mature or mentally well enough to not let it distract me from God, I think. And I was also exposed to the LGBT world, um, being an abomination, which is why I never really talked to anybody about how I might have been bi IRL until out of high school, actually, which now I don't believe that's true. I don't believe that LGBT people are going to hell. I don't believe that they're all abominations. I don't care where on the spectrum of LGBT. I just know that God loves you for who you are because that's how God made you. I wasn't told I had PTSD until my first and only suicide attempt in 2015. Since getting professional help over the years, I've learned lesser signs of my PTSD and I've learned how to heal continuously. So if you ever want to go into mental health, and I very, very much encourage you, it's good just to talk to somebody in general, I think. It's really helped me to process all of my trauma because I had somebody outside of the situation to talk to. Out of the one bad therapist I had some pretty good ones who gave me some good advice. Since starting YouTube 3 years ago, I wanted to become a beacon for other people, especially in my native community, who might have experienced similar traumas to me, which is why I uploaded a few videos that had good intentions but weren't very respectful to those I loved, and I wasn't giving God honor, I don't think. And now I know better. I know God's love so fully. And I know that people deserve to heal despite their traumas or who it might have come from. And I'm very happy to talk about this kind of stuff because not talking about it is not good. I know that after a lot of years of non communication. Sometimes I wonder why God let me go through all this, why my family still feels broken at times, why I decided to abandon my family 2 years ago, why I came back, and why I still love them despite everything that's been done to me. I think it's my purpose to bring love and awareness to Native people and their struggles and issues, but I can only speak from my own personal experiences and failings, which I'm very happy to do in the future. Which is why in this video I would like to honor and remember my little brother Gail Echamrak. He committed suicide this summer, which is another reason why I haven't been very active. I want to bring awareness to mental health and spread the message of love and acceptance, because he didn't deserve to be so alone, to feel so alone, and he could have had help. I don't know why it was my brother Gail who ended up dying instead of me. Because another reason why I decided to take time off was because a very big anniversary. My sexual trauma happened 10 years this June, and I wasn't in a very good space then. I turned to marijuana. I didn't give a damn about anybody else, literally. I was in a pretty deep pit of depression and loneliness, especially since I didn't acknowledge God. I thought if God represented those people who hurt me, then why should I let him be in my life, you know? For some reason, God gave me another chance. I messed up so many times, and I used Jesus' name in vain. I used his name like a curse word. I explored paganism, chance after chance, and for some reason, I'm still here on your screen telling you of my story, my struggles. More importantly, however, I'm here on your screen to tell you that I believe in a God, and I'm not ashamed of that. I believe that Jesus died on the cross for me and you. I believe in love and Genka, because God is love. If you feel ashamed as I did about what you did, I want you to know that God knows, God understands. God knows. God knows why you feel that way about them. They know everything. They know the amount of hair on our head. They know there is not one place on this earth that God isn't there. Since Jesus' death on the cross, Christianity has been kind of warped into an unloving and unaccepting religion, which is BS, I think, because Jesus' story, his life story, was just about spreading love to people. His number one commandment was to serve God before anybody else, and the second one was to love your neighbor as yourself. And we're still exalting celebrities over taking care of poor people. We're not feeding people who die every day because of hunger. We ignore movements like BLM, and we make excuses why it's okay for oppression and sadness and just everything. America isn't a godly place. The dream is not real, I think. The American dream, it's not a good place, which is why we need to work towards making it better, to be more open and accepting and loving to everybody. I'm here to say that followers of Jesus aren't always right, that they aren't a perfect reflection of God, and I'm sorry if they led you to believe that who you are isn't good enough, that who you are God doesn't love, that they think it's an abomination, because it's not true. I feel so fully now. I feel God so fully. I feel the depth of their love every day. I see creation and I admire it. I feel very peaceful. I'm working hard to treat people with kindness, to forgive and give to others. I'm learning humility because I struggled with being prideful. I'm learning integrity, how to be a good and righteous person. and I'm learning to walk in step with God. So this video is for Gail, who is unashamed of God since we were kids, and he went up to random kids and said, "You want to be my friend?" I feel that he was a very good reflection of who God was. So I hope I'm making you proud, Gail. I hope I'm making you proud. And I pray that you're still watching over us in heaven. And I want you to know that I miss you. So that was kind of it. It was a lot to unpack, I realized, but I'm very happy that this was all said. I've been praying about whether or not to come back to YouTube. Before, I was doing it for my own gain, but now all I want to do is honor and know God, and I want to give his love, give their love and peace to other people. I'm hoping to post 2 more videos in December, so feel free to hit that subscribe button. Tell me your stories in the comments. I really want to read them. Yeah, I love you guys. Ginka. A lot. Lots and lots and lots and lots of ginka. All of it. Okay. Bye.